You can't imagine that this rich second generation has been in high school for more than 80 years. Graduation cap is hung all over the wall. But the strange thing is that they have to live in a new city every few years in order not to let others discover the secret of their immortality. Such a life has lasted for more than 100 years. No one knows the secret behind them until the appearance of this girl. The girl's name is Bella. Because of her outstanding appearance, she attracted many boys to the mountain on the first day of school. But there is a boy who is particularly strange. Bella just sat in the seat. She covered her nose with a clear expression. Bella is very suspicious. She secretly kissed herself, but she didn't find anything strange. When she looked up, she found that the boy was looking at her with disgust. But what made her more embarrassed was that before the class was over, the boy ran out of the classroom in a state of intolerance, even went to find the teacher to discuss. This series of strange behaviors made Bella have to get into the seat again. She wanted to ask the other person clearly, but who knew that she didn't see the other person for a few days, until this day came to an end. The other person finally appeared again. The classmate next to her told her, the boy's name is Edward. He is the school's recognized principal. It's just that his character is more unfair. He usually only interacts with people from his own family. Unexpectedly, this just aroused Bella's curiosity. In the following biology class, the two people were assigned together again, but it's different from before. This time, Edward seems to have changed a person, extremely passionate about Bella, even apologizing for the last impoliteness. This sudden change let Bella be a little confused. After school, Bella looked at Edward across the street. She really can't figure out what kind of person the other person is. At this time, a van suddenly appeared, looking at Bella. Just before this, Edward suddenly appeared next to her. He held the car out of control before she reacted. Edward left the scene in a hurry, looking at the huge mark on the door. Bella was surprised. This is definitely not what ordinary people can do. So the next day I came to the school. Bella immediately found Edward. Edward wanted to ask clearly. Unexpectedly, facing Bella's question, Edward laughed, claiming that Bella was frightened, created an illusion. In order to figure out the truth, Bella began to deliberately contact Edward. In contact, she found Edward. There are many strange points on the body. Her skin is unusually cold, and she doesn't come to school on a sunny day. This made Bella have to think of a mysterious person. This girl suddenly realized her boyfriend seems to be a vampire, although the heart is very afraid. But Bella still can't help but want to ask the truth, because she believes that Edward will not hurt herself. She asked Edward to the woods, take out all her reasoning. So far, Edward doesn't need to continue to hide, pulling Bella to the top of the mountain. She wants Bella to see her true face. Soon, the two of them came to the top of the mountain. Edward went straight to the sun. Bella was a little worried, because the legendary vampire is afraid of the sun, but Edward is not afraid at all. She slowly turned over, showed Bella her shiny skin like a diamond. But what surprised her? Bella was not afraid. Instead, she was deeply attracted by this unique light, even though Edward is the legendary vampire. But Bella still fell in love with each other. Edward also fell in love with Bella when he first met her. For so many years, he has never had such a desire for a human blood, but in order not to hurt Bella, he still wants Bella to protect herself. Bella, faced with the deliberate threat of his beloved, Bella didn't want to give up, because she always believed that love could overcome everything. Finally, under the insistence of Bella, the two of them finally got together. After that, the two of them started to pair up at school. The students were surprised to see. This moment of the legendary vampire became the focus of the whole scene, even though the two of them are deeply in love with each other at this time. But the identity of both sides is always a big problem. Edward decided to introduce Bella to the members of the family. It's different from what he imagined. The place where the vampire lives is not a haunted house, but a simple and bright modern villa. The members of the family welcomed Bella's arrival warmly. They have never eaten human food. They also made a big gift for Bella in order to make Bella fit better into their big family. The family specially invited Bella to join their family trip. This is their favorite sport, but because the movement is too large, every time the ball is like a lightning bolt, so the family can only meet in the thunder and rain season. They all have their own limits. Some are infinite, some are as fast as lightning. Only this kind of extreme sports meet to let them show their characteristics. However, when they were having fun, 3 uninvited guests came from afar. Edward's family will be behind Bella, because not all vampires look at them, only the blood of the animals. Just when they were talking to each other, a breeze blew Bella's hair. The long-haired man among the 3 smelled Bella's breath. After a tense confrontation, the black man among the 3 did not want to make trouble, pulled his companion to leave. But Edward, who has a poisonous heart, sensed. The long-haired man is a bloodthirsty hunter vampire. Anything he aims at, no one can escape. Edward decided to take Bella far away, but did not expect Bella, who was packing up at this time, but received a mysterious call. Look at Bella in front of you. Edward's heart is going to break. At this time, he did not want to be too entangled with the other party. After kicking the long-haired man away, Bella, who was injured by Edward, was about to leave. Unexpectedly, she was pulled down by the long-haired man. Edward was thrown out. Bella also lost her ability to move. Randomly, the long-haired man provoked her to see Edward, then bit Bella's arm, and this move also completely ignited Edward's last conscience. Angry, he instantly beat the long-haired man. No power to fight back. At this time, Edward's family members rushed to the scene. The long-haired man was burned to ashes by several people, but at this time, Bella was also in danger, looking at the painful face of the woman. At this time, there are only two choices in front of Edward. One is to turn Bella into a vampire now, and the other is to suck out the venom in her body. Looking at Bella in pain, Edward fell into a dilemma. The blood of humans is an irresistible temptation to them. He was afraid that he couldn't stop killing Bella, but in the end, Edward chose the latter. As the blood in the body was sucked away, Bella gradually lost consciousness. When she woke up again, she was lying in the hospital. Edward eventually restrained his desire, successfully saved Bella, but at this time, Bella was in a hurry. She didn't understand why Edward didn't take the opportunity to turn her into a vampire, so they can be together forever. But she didn't know. Edward just didn't want her to become a vampire, become an